Good morning, grade 4. Welcome to Theme. Today is April 29th, 2020. Happy Wednesday. We are continuing our work on the Industrial Revolution. Today we are going to be talking about new technologies. So, let's tuck in and get into it, shall we? Right, so today we're going to talk about the key factors which led to the advances in technology during the Industrial Revolution. So our learning objective for today is to understand how new forms of power were used during the Industrial Revolution. Our success criteria is to read and understand information on the Industrial Revolution, to summarize important information from the text, and to explain the importance of steam power to Britain during the Industrial Revolution. Right, so let's start with a little warm-up, an alphabet challenge. How many words or ideas beginning with the letter F, P, and S can you think of that have to do with the image that you see of coal? What are the things that coal can do? What can we get from coal? Pause the video and see how many words can you come up with. Great, so I hope you have a very good list. Now, as we go through this PPT, check and see if any of those words happen to come up during our lesson. So, let's move on. The Industrial Revolution saw a rise in factories, which were centered on new machines. As these machines grew bigger and more powerful, they needed more forms of energy to get them working. Today, we are going to be looking at 3 forms of power that were used: water, coal, and steam. With these 3 forms of power, all new technology has arrived. So, water, coal, and steam are very important in terms of production. Right, so our class today is really you focusing on the literature and finding the material that you think is important in focusing on the power production. So you are going to have a reading comprehension in the folder. This talks about water, coal, and steam. Now, along with this worksheet, you might find it helpful to get a highlighter or a pencil or even like a color pen to underline the most important bits of this reading. Now, along with this sheet, come with the questions. Now, please, the honor system, do not cheat and look at the answers. The answers are there to, 1, check your work, and 2, to help you if you have a problem. It is very important to have a good understanding of coal, water, and steam moving forward, because next class we're talking about inventions and utilizing that power to come up with production, because all of this is for nothing if it doesn't help people and push the society forward in terms of production cost. Also, going along the lines of this, Mr. Mo has put a video in the folder to help you get a better understanding of production in the Industrial Revolution. Fun little video talking about how Britain used this production of coal to influence the whole world and to spread their empire across the globe. So make sure you do your reading good and carefully. Make sure you answer the questions in full sentences. Give me good answers, and use the video to give you more motivation to inspire you to answer those questions better. Now, of course, after you have done your reading and answered your question to the best of your ability, you should have a good understanding of why steam was so important. This idea of steam comes to the most important because the coal and water, they produce high quality steam, right? So, in your head, because hopefully you've answered these questions really well on your piece of paper, try and figure out why steam was so powerful, and in terms of factories, transport, trade, and cities in general. Why did they utilize steam? Why was it so significant? Significant is the word of the day, okay? Try to include that word significant in terms of why steam was so important for the Industrial Revolution. Now, the last thing today I'm going to ask of you is to give me 5. Give me 5 reasons why you think steam power was so important during the Industrial Revolution. If you can give me 5 reasons why steam was so important, then you are going to have a much easier lesson on Thursday, because we are going to utilize steam power. We're going to look at examples of how steam power changed the world around us. We're going to look at examples of how steam changed the world. So if you have a good idea, or 5 good ideas of why steam was so important, you are going to be set up perfectly for Thursday's live lesson, because we have some exciting things planned for Thursday. So the more you familiarize with yourself today, the easier off you're going to be on Thursday when we apply this information. Right, so let's go over what we have discussed today. Our learning objective was to understand how new forms of power were used during the Industrial Revolution. Remember, we were talking coal, water, and steam, more specifically steam. So have a good understanding. It'll make things easier for tomorrow. Success criteria: you are to read and understand the information of the Industrial Revolution. A lot of good information in that packet. To summarize information from the text, it's very important for you to be able to go through that information, highlight or mark all the important information, and to explain the importance of steam power. Remember, we are using that for tomorrow's lesson. Have a fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. Remember, lots planned for Thursday. See you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.